What up, what up? Just get myself together. All right. We either going to be drawing or falling asleep. All right. Okay. What's going on, Ike? How you doing, brother? I am doing well, man. I am doing well. I hope you don't mind the music. We're either going to be sketching or falling asleep. We chilling. We chilling today. Put my pencils away. Get my tools. It's all right. That don't feel right. Okay. You working on anything, brother? Or we just hanging out? Yeah. And I gotta be careful because it will mute. I try to find like free music just to throw on in the background, but we shall see. I'm not sweating it too much. All right. I feel like everything's in my face. I'm so claustrophobic in here. You know, I got a microphone in my face here. I got my phone here. This camera, I got a camera over there. Whew. Ah, that's cool. I may have asked you already. You using books or anything? I think you're going through some videos, right, to do perspective practice. I'm gonna mute this so you won't hear the crunching. Yeah, I hear you. Random videos. It becomes so technical, right? This one makes it difficult for me personally, to do like training videos or like learning videos, because I'm more of a feel type of person. Uh, I'll I'd rather explain why I'm doing it, and we can figure out how later. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. All right, black. Because I think, yeah, I'm glad you know what I mean. Because I think people can figure it out. Just gotta let them know the why would you do it, and then they can kind of like work their way through the how. Like once you start going through certain practices, I mean, we could always give them the guidelines and the rules, but everybody's so unique. All right, got a dud out the box. Starting with a pen, yeah. You think so? Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. Oh, when it comes to perspective, yeah. You're right. You're right. My mind switched to like a general practice and training. But you're right. I think I showed you the book on perspective that I have. I need to show you something real quick. One on most of the videos, they start with a pen and a lot of the time. Oh, yeah. I had bought these. Oh, oh man, maybe a couple years ago. Transparency grids. Because I have a light box. I think we mentioned the light box before, but I don't use it, or I don't use it as often as I thought I was going to. But these are pretty cool. But I don't want to. Well, it's going to be difficult to see, but I don't want to. I'll go blind. I thought that was multiple sheets. That's only one sheet. This is. Bro, you gonna tell me that's 2-point perspective? I guess. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I thought I would be using these more often, but I didn't. I did scan them in thinking I was going to use them on the computer. Nope. I mean, that's cool. 1 point. Or room grid, 1-point perspective. I'm trying to have it so that we don't get so much glare. I probably. But anyway. I would love to use this one day. I see some amazing artwork using the sphere. But man, I have enough trouble doing straight on 1-point perspective. Drawing a sphere. Get out of here. Put that away. All right. I'm going to focus now. There you go. Yeah, me too. I really liked the way this drawing came off with the back color of this artboard that I took two of these blank ones and painted them. I painted one using this yellow yellow oxide. Matches pretty close to this, and gray. But I thought I did them early enough today, and I used acrylic and then gesso because the acrylic, it felt really weird and I didn't know how the pen was going to react to it. So I have them drying outside. But I thought I didn't know what to do. So when I finished these, I started to get some ideas, especially after this one. This was the second one I did. And I was like, oh man, I might be able to get some really cool graphic looking drawings out of these. So maybe I'll revisit this on Friday if I jump online. All right. I think I'll do woman here, guy here. Well, this is going to be scrapey. I hope you don't mind some ASMR. Do you warm up, like when you do your drawing sessions? I probably should warm up more often, but I don't. I don't do it as often. It doesn't mean I don't practice, but I don't do like warm up sketches. Like this is the first time I've tried to put something together today. Sometimes I like the feel of how stiff the arms are. Yeah, right. Like I've had some really good. I was gonna say amazing and trying to like hype myself up, but I'm really good results from going right into drawing with no warm up. I think with warm up, otherwise it helps. It depends on what type of art, I guess. Yeah, see, I guess I had some art classes. They weren't like 100% art schools. They were colleges that had art in them. That makes sense. I don't remember us warming up either. But you end up doing, when you're in that academic state, I think you end up drawing a lot anyway. But I've had I feel like without warming up, you get a truer line from your arm because you're so stiff. I got terrible posture. I got bad wrists, bad shoulder, and I feel that warming up makes me indecisive because I'm comfortable and I can keep going and going and going. Whereas when you don't warm up and you just go right into it, I think your line's a little bit truer. Anyway, I think that's my opinion, don't I? For sure. I feel like I don't second guess myself as often. And then if it doesn't look good, you could always say, well, I'm warming up. I'm just warming up, guys. When I was messing with the artboard yesterday, the texture of drawing with the pen on the board surprised me. It's really comfortable. The type of texture you can get in the control. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it. I was thinking about you when you came to mind when I was messing around with the pens yesterday. And I think you would have some amazing success messing around with it. I might have to dim this light just so that it can appear a bit better. Nope, it doesn't matter. It'll be light for a while, but I think we're gonna be all right. I got all these lights, and I feel like I'm drawing in the dark. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know why it's been like this lately for my live streams. When I'm filming just to draw and to do my videos, I don't have this much trouble. Plus, I'm looking at multiple monitors. I have a monitor over there and a monitor in front of me, and I just think that I'm focusing too much on these. And the monitor I'm using is not even a real monitor. It's a tablet. It's a Wacom tablet. So I'm pretty sure it's not true. So, but I'm always self-conscious about, does it look good? Am I presenting correctly? Dude, it's so difficult to find proper or just good reference online anymore for anything, for portraits. And like, I don't always want to paint a celebrity or a star or anything like that, and trying to find something interesting and with lighting and all that stuff is so difficult to find. And I've been wanting to do, I drew this figure for a creator online, YouTube creator. He's a indie comic writer and artist, and he has some really cool characters. His name is Rob Norton. I follow him. He got a YouTube channel, and I follow him there and on Instagram. But anyway, he has a character. He's doing a book where it's kind of cribbing and parodying 90s comic books, how absurd and intense and extreme those things are. And one of the characters that he created is made of chrome, which I've been wanting to draw. One, because the character is pretty cool. Do I have an image here? This character here, right? She's all made of chrome. She's deadly. A really cool character, really fascinating and to try to draw and do. But I don't think I did very well with the metal texture, the chrome texture. So anyway, I started looking online. I'm looking at, figures. Anyway, I happen to find some really cool reference just to study the form and try to mimic the stuff, but trying to get this to focus. Turns out that it's AI art. Because I wanted to draw it, and if it was somebody that did it, I wanted to give credit where credit was due. But I'm like, so what do you do? Would I still draw it? Not give the person credit? I don't know what to do anymore. Like the reference is so cool looking. The textures are so awesome to and defined, and I'm like, I think I would like to try it, but like I don't have the same yeah, like I don't have the same hate for AI art as the community does, or the art community does. Like it doesn't affect me as much. I understand why people are angry about it, and really, I understand a lot when it comes to yeah. But it's like, the hell do you do, man? Like, I don't ever want to be put in a position where I can't draw whatever the heck I want to draw, no matter what I'm looking at. But this community is very fickle and you get some keyboard warriors and in me on. So, and the way I found out was I did a Google search, right? You could take a picture. Sorry about that. On Google, and it'll try to show you where it came from, originated from. But that's all the guy does. I won't say his name because I won't do that. But all he does is generate AI, and he got a huge following on Insta and on Pinterest itself. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but what do I do? keep searching for the references, I guess. But I tell you, man, it was not. You look at it, you go, okay. It just looked like old school Japanese artwork from mangas or from anime. So I thought it was from a manga. I'm like, let me see if I can, give credit to the writer, the artist, the story. Nope. It's so difficult these days to tell, unless you're counting fingers, and even then, they're getting better with that part of AI art. So, and lip looks weird. It's a bit of both. I got a Pinterest up with a bunch of pictures, but just so I can get some of the features right. But yeah, it's mainly from the imagination. I end up doing a lot of the same faces. And one of Susan's one of her latest ones, when she was doing profile, I was saying on her video that it's like my go-to muscle memory. But yeah, let's see. Might have some in here. There was a point when I was doing nothing but like Loomis heads, but they come out so static, so weird when you're learning it. But one of the things I have to remember is that the eyes aren't as big as that you want them to make them. They're a lot smaller. I don't end up using, sorry, this thing blurry, uh, reference that much with faces, mainly when it comes to doing texture, trying to figure out how to do texture is where I end up going through a lot of reference. Like I was looking at a lot of latex and leather for this stuff, even though the form is kind of static. I gotta learn how to say it's Gunplay Freeum. Welcome, how you doing? But I use these figures a lot. For I thought I popped their head off. For shading, just to get a. Wait a minute. There you go. For shadow, but this one's too shiny. But you can get some really good shadow. And I use these too. Let's see if I can get the. One thing like I don't do often is when I'm shading, I don't always go with the plane of the face. And I get myself in, it ends up looking weird sometimes, but I can hide it or cheat it in some of these. Yeah, these models are cool. I don't know if I like the female version as much as the male version. I just think that the male version is a little bit more interesting. The forms is, but I didn't do much shopping around. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, whenever I catch myself where I don't go with the grain, it ends up looking weird. Like it calls attention to itself, if that makes sense. think this panel doesn't have as much texture as this. And this was able to take in a lot more of the ink from the pen. I like the gradients you can get on this thing. I almost wish they made bigger style ballpoint pens. You know what I'm talking about? Like if they can make thick markers, why not a thick ballpoint pen? I think that's a market we can exploit, like giant ballpoint pens. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how much more I might have to do. Okay, again, this paper, if it was regular paper, I think it would absolutely be a lot faster. But I don't know what gave me the confidence of doing it with this this art board. But I'm curious because I like I said I painted 2 boards with acrylic, and I am applying gesso. I was hoping that it would be dry by now, but I'm curious how that's gonna, if it's gonna change at all the feel of the drawing and the texture. Yeah, this is going to be a while. It's all right. I wonder if it'll look different if I add some black. You know what? That's what it's for. Can I cheat that? I'm gonna have to use gouache then. Do you travel at all during the holidays, Heiko? Or you're just staycationing, as they say? Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. That would probably react really terrible to gouache, but we're doing whatever we want today. You know, I wasn't really planning on it. To be honest, like I had no plan. None at all. But what was the last thing I painted? Oh, I painted something the other day. I keep a dirty palette. That's the really cool thing about gouache is that at any point, spray some water on this and I'm back in business. But no, I didn't really have a plan to do any of this. I thought I was gonna stick to the ballpoint pen, but as I was drawing, I don't think I was going to get the type of shading that I wanted with the pen. So, and I didn't know how this was gonna react. So why not? Why not? Plus, I don't know. I don't really know how this ballpoint pen is going to blend in with the gouache, but we gonna find out. We gonna find out together, my friend. The only color I don't have on my palette is blue, and I feel like I could really use that a blue color in here to kind of accent. I really should take this one out from underneath. It's very Les Miserables. That painting. I'm trying to push the color towards her. Gouache is basically, if to simplify it, a opaque watercolor. So it is a water-based medium. It'll, even when it dries, my friend, it'll always reactivate with water. So you have to seal it, or in 5-6 years, you can reactivate that gouache. You can layer over it like you would acrylic. So depending on the consistency, you can add on top. But like I said, because of its blendable and nature, too much water will always reactivate the previous layer. If you're careful, you can kind of glaze with it. You can lift up. And I'm still learning this thing. I really wish I had blue on this palette. Thank you, Gun. Appreciate that. I want to lighten the eyes. What do I got here that I can use? I've been looking at so many faces for reference. I'm trying to do. I want to do a series of paintings based on chapters and stories from the Old Testament and from the Bible, period. So I've been looking at a ton of faces. So I'm just trying to, I'm like going through my mental Rolodex of some of those while being artistic and respectful for people and their culture, of course. Which is kind of interesting what sticks to the mind. Oh, I should have. Do you draw on a angled surface, like on like an easel or something? I have several, but I I got to show you this image of Abraham. Where's my sketch? He's scared. Well, if you weren't awake, where is it? Where are you? Where are you? That was one of my first type, and I'm like, Mel, you're gonna have to do a bit more research. Oh, there goes that XYZ folds we was talking about a couple of videos back. Abraham, my David, my first version of David, which makes me laugh. Uh, that was one that I did. I see. Yeah. I'm sorry, this thing is but then I'm like, bro, you're gonna need to do some reference. I'm just looking at nothing but pictures. Yeah, because of the way my setup is, and just from years of not doing it, I notice a lot where, uh, like even in this image, it's not proportionally correct because of I don't have the angle. I'm constantly fighting that, and because I'm focusing also on my playback monitor, I don't always get the right one. But yeah, it's the proper way to draw at an angle with an easel. But I don't know why I don't do it as often. It'll definitely help my proportions. It's bad habits, man. Every time. And you're right. And I think I've mentally, what's the word? Compensated for it throughout the years that I don't, that my drawings don't always come out looking like oddly proportioned people. But you can still tell on some of these when I would, because I draw like this straight on, I tend to draw the head bigger because it's anyway, because of the way the angle is. Yeah, man. You need those fundamentals or so yeah, so the faces. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do those Old Testament style. I still feel like I have a lot to learn and be comfortable when it comes to painting and getting my style down and how I want to interpret it. I just hope that I don't stall so much so that I don't get it done. That don't look too bad. I still feel like I need like blue. I'm obsessed with blue. But yeah, you know, probably why I stall or am stalling on my David painting, even though the sketch is done and it's ready. We shall see. That jawline is a bit small. Oh no. She leaking. That's what I get for not painting in the right angle. That's what I get. Ain't got no blue, ain't got no purple. It's very one note. I might have to darken that background so that she can come up again because they're competing in terms of light. Let's go this way. With a golden hour approach. Why not? Oh, thank you, man. It doesn't seem like it's competing that much. All right, I gotta stand up. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's the benefit of this dirty palette. I'm just kind of like trying to find, but I'm very warm here. I don't have much for cool colors except for the blue ballpoint. But there's some blue there, but I don't want to. I got a feeling that if I start adding blue, it'll turn green on me. That color did come out nice. It makes her pop out. What is it? It's yellow, red, and blue. Now, if I let that set, I can get some sharper lights. Oh, I got to show you the ghostwriter I did on the black media paper. That one actually surprised me. My cat goes in. Wait for that to dry. I want to show you something. That's actually a really interesting juxtaposition of these two. I sprayed it with fixative and it's curling up. I'm gonna have to put this in between some books to flatten it out. Yeah, I ended up using yes, gouache on black media paper. I used a white color pencil and a white watercolor pencil just to do the sketching of it. I probably could have used the regular pencil. Regular pencil comes out shiny off of this matte because this is kind of matte. So the pencil, the graphite, had a shine to it. So one of my other paintings that I did, I was able to see it okay. And I'm not that comfortable sketching with watercolor or color pencils, but this one, I mean, it's just a skull. But this is gouache, black and white gouache, mixing it. What's really cool, because gouache dries matte, there's really not much of a difference when it dries on it. So like that, there is black paint in here, and it's really cool how just it's almost ultimate black in there. And I'm just using some spray and the amount of water. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to flatten this thing. Sorry. It did make me change the way I was thinking about it. What's really weird about that drawing is that it's not a negative. You know how usually when you're drawing with white or something that's not a black or graphite, you're thinking of in the negative sense, and maybe that's why this was kind of comfortable to do. I like the teeth though. Dude, I was doing this, and the first thing that came to mind when I saw the teeth was like, oh, I should draw a xenomorph from Aliens. That might be one of the next ones. It took pretty good to jelly roll to the jelly pens. I wanted to use my gray tone. This isn't gray tone, is it? It is tone gray. I wanted to use this one. Maybe I'll use it on a Friday if we jump back on. That's right. I wish there was a way to tighten this camera angle without having to move the camera that's in front of me. Like there's no zoom function. as it happens, right? This is definitely a lot more than what I was expecting to do today. But I'm not complaining. What do you mean on some painting? A lot of work is done on the original drawing. You mean yeah. What do you, I'm trying to think of. Are you referring to that I draw? I mean, I paint on top of the actual sketch or drawing? Ah, yes. Yeah, yeah. Well, one reason, the main reason probably is I'm more comfortable on the drawing side. Um, and I guess that is what helps me with my confidence when it comes to painting. It also is a double-edged sword in that sense because because uh, if it's good, then I'll be afraid to mess it up and not paint it. But I've been trying to develop my style so that I can do both. I can do what I'm comfortable with, which is the drawing side, and then go into the painting, which hopefully I'll get to be as comfortable doing that, where it's just second nature and part of the process. Um, I don't know if that answered your question. You're wondering why I do so much shading or so much drawing on the initial sketch then before painting? Uh, you know, I don't know. I wonder. I know why I do it. I've seen some people. Who is it that does that? I think the artist's name is Hamrib. Hamrib. She does amazing, even pen sketches, really detailed, and then goes and paints right over it. I started doing it because I wasn't as confident. Um, I I spent a lot of time not doing it, but I think it's maybe because of it becomes muscle memory because the way you shade it when you're doing the sketches or the pencils, it's just shading not got covered up, so it seemed like a waste of time doing the complex shading. Yeah, um, I can see that. I can see that. Why do it in the first place if you're gonna cover it? Yeah, when it seems kind of crazy if you think about it. Now that you mention it that way, um, the besides being confident or the lack of it for me, um, when I first started trying to paint, I tried to do a lot of simplified drawings because of that. Oh, I don't want, why should I spend all that time drawing it if I'm just going to cover it with paint? But then I started noticing that I didn't like the drawings that would come out. So the drawings would not be very good because I was trying to simplify them and not being comfortable in the work. And then trying to fix it by painting when I'm not. I'm only going to speak for myself. When I wasn't comfortable or confident in the painting part, I felt like I was just kind of set myself a lot for failure. When and it happened a lot even with inking. I wouldn't ink my work because I didn't want to mess up my pencil. But now it just seems to be second nature and part of the process. I think I don't know. Maybe that's what the other artists end up thinking because you don't want to. Did I throw that pen away? uh, Shortchange yourself. Um, I'm trying to think. Like in my last few paintings, I've been trying to draw as best as humanly possible. There's some that I won't. Like the last video I did of Silas Kane and the one before that on my sketchbook, those pencils, I probably will never paint over them. Even though I look at this Native American one and like this one here, and a part of me wants to paint it, which is actually it actually kind of feels good to feel that way. And I've already actually sprayed it and added gesso to it, just in case in the future I do bite the bullet and paint it. Because I think a nice light brown wash, even a wash of this color, would look nice and just start building up there. Or anyway. But no, I don't. To answer your question, I don't know why other artists do it. Um, it does seem kind of like you're doing a lot of work to cover it, but in my experience, it has helped me build up my confidence to paint. It has helped me build up the confidence to get past drawing and then moving forward to another medium on top of it instead of stopping and going, I think I'm going to ruin it, which I used to do a lot and feel like I kind of like hit the brakes on some progress because of that fear. So, yeah, a good question though. It's too watery. I think my perspective, I definitely know my perspective is off. I think because I'm trying to look up into her nose, I drew her nose. That shadow is what's stopping me. I tell you what, though, I have second guessed myself so many times in this painting journey that I'm going through when it's come to drawing something and then painting over it, and I'm like, oh man, what did I just do? Shoot, I second guess everything, so that's nothing new. Okay, now I wish I had purple here. What's up, bud? I can see that. Yeah. Well, that's the benefit of using if you was to switch from watercolor to gouache, where you can paint right over your pencil lines. I don't. When I was doing watercolor, I don't think I've ever painted over my pencil lines. I would ink it first as much as possible and treated it a lot like a coloring book style. It was later where I used a lot of washes. Um, some people though, right? Like there's some artists that they pen over the pencil lines, and you go, it's amazing. Who's There's a guy on Instagram called Ito Scares Me that does it. He's been super popular. He's been popping out of my feed almost every day. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think I've done that with watercolor. I'm sure I have somewhere, but I can't recall. I think that if you're going to use watercolor, you might have to go um, light on pencil as opposed to this one here, this gouache, where you can, because it's opaque, you can just go over it. I say that and I'm sure some artists out there are rolling their eyes at me, going, "You can do it." What time? I might be close to done here, just because this was just supposed to be hanging out. I really like the way this thing came out, though. I am surprised at how sturdy the ballpoint ink withstood the water. Yeah. Yeah. When I did watercolor, I would draw. I wouldn't draw as detailed. I'll get the gist of it. I'll ink the heck out of it, and then, and even then, I think my most detailed stuff is from my small watercolor sketchbook that I have there, like with the transformers and all of them. Plus, I was using reference on all of them, so I don't think I've got. I don't think I did a lot of original watercolor art. Original, yeah, that's what I meant. Why does that still? Oh, it is wet. No wonder. The one thing I haven't done yet is alla prima, which is basically painting from the get-go, drawing with the paint and painting as you go. I have yet to do that. I'm not ready. All right, darken that shadow, and then I think I am done. Well, hey, have a great evening. Ike, I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. I am about done here anyway. As you can hear, our music has been cut off. So I'm just going to dab. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you have a good night, bro. That needs a deep dab of white. Is what it needs. All right. I think that's it. Let you shine. One last line. And that's it. Have a good night, everybody.